Dear friends, in this video, under the title Analytical Mind Algorithmic Thinking, AMAT, I'm going to discuss a very simple puzzle which uses the skill thinking differently. In other words, how to solve this puzzle by thinking differently. There is a famous problem all over this glorious Bharat. Grandparents used to discuss and provide the solution, parrots and lotus flowers, in the rural areas of this magnificent Bharat. And let me take that problem and discuss with you how to get the solution using the skill thinking differently. There are some lotus flowers and some parrots. If each parrot sits in one flower, then one parrot will be left out. If two parrots sit in one flower, then one flower will be extra. How many parrots and how many flowers are there? Of course, all of us know using simultaneous equation, we can solve the problem. It's a simple problem. Now, in order to solve this puzzle, in the good old days, our grandparents, grandma, and grandfathers, they used to do what's called a heuristic way of looking at things and obtaining the solution. Let us see now how we can think differently and reach the solution. If you look at the problem, do you agree the number of parrots must be more than the number of lotus flowers? Because if one parrot occupies one flower, then one parrot will not have a flower to occupy. In other words, more parrots than flowers. That is logical thinking and thinking number one step. So number of parrots must be more than number of lotus flowers. That's very clear. Therefore, we can think of starting the initial solution with two parrots and one flower. Scenario one. Supposing one parrot occupies one flower, then one parrot is left out. That condition is fulfilled. But if two parrots sit per flower, then there is nothing left actually. We are not able to get the solution because one flower is extra is given in the problem. Now, in this way, one flower will not be extra. Two parrots simply occupy one flower, and therefore, this is not the solution. Then we must have the next scenario, three parrots and two flowers, because we said the number of parrots must be more than the number of flowers. The next solution, possible solution, which we should explore is three parrots and two flowers. Supposing one parrot per flower scenario is now tried. So when I do that, if one parrot occupies one flower, then one parrot is left out, condition is fulfilled. Suppose I move to the next situation, scenario two, two parrots occupy one flower. Then what happens is, not only one flower is left out, not only one flower is left out, one parrot is also left out. In other words, this is not also the possible solution. No doubt the first condition is fulfilled, but the second condition, one flower is extra, is fulfilled, but one parrot is also left out. So this is also not the solution. So let us now move to the next scenario, 4 parrots and 3 flowers. Now, if one parrot sits in one flower, as before, then one parrot is sitting in one flower, then one parrot is left out. First condition is fulfilled. Now let us see whether the second condition is also fulfilled. 4 parrots, 2 parrots sit in one flower. When 2 parrots sit at that rate per flower, then what happens here is first flower is occupied, second flower is occupied, 4 parrots distributed among 2 flowers. Now 1 flower is extra. Therefore, this leads to the solution 4 parrots and 3 lotus flowers. If 1 parrot occupies 1 flower, we all know 3 parrots will occupy 3 flowers. Therefore, 1 parrot is extra or left out. If 2 parrots occupy 1 flower, then in 2 flowers, all the 4 parrots can be accommodated. 1 flower remains extra. Therefore, this is the solution to the problem that some parrots and some flowers puzzle we have solved. The answer is 4 parrots and 3 flowers. This is the beauty. We have not used simultaneous equation, but equation is definitely required in complex problems. But it is an example where I want to show you thinking differently. Perhaps this is how our parents, forefathers would have really thought and solved a number of puzzles using thinking differently as a skill. In my childhood, I have heard this problem, and many of you would have heard, and this is how the solution can be obtained. For example, even in this modern world, without equation, you can step up the combinations. Starting with 2 parrots and 1 flower, that is the minimum. You cannot have 1 parrot, 1 flower. Then 3 parrots, 2 flowers, 4 parrots, 3 flowers. If the solution doesn't happen, then you step up 5 parrots, 4 flowers. You computer program it, still use thinking differently rather than simultaneous equation method. But that is not to say equation is not useful. It is very, very useful. My aim is to show you how to think differently with this wonderful puzzle. And there are situations where I will use definitely equations. I'm sure you will enjoy them at the appropriate time. Thank you very much. I hope you have gained some value in terms of knowledge and puzzle solving skills. Thanks a lot. We will see you soon in another video. Thank you very much.